Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're looking at Aptos. Okay, so just a second. So Aptos is a layer 1 and it had a massive hype, as you can see here, right after it launched, and it actually ended up hitting $100, and as of now it's trading around $4.7. It is one of the biggest layer 1 out there with a market cap of over 2.9 billion, as you can see here, which is massive. And Sui and Aptos actually came out from a very famous project from the Facebook or the Meta. And if we just look at the Sui has a market cap of over 11 billion, which is a lot. And Sui actually came out in May of 2023, and whereas Aptos actually came out in October 2022. So Aptos launched before the Sui, and but again, Sui did not have that much, as you can see here, hype at launch. And again, as for the Aptos had a pretty big hype, as you can see here, but Sui actually found a stable growth, as you can see here, and as of now it's actually over 10 billion, as you can see. So that's, I think, the Sui did actually ended up beating the Aptos because of the slow and steady growth, whereas Aptos mostly had the hype, but it did not actually last that much, as you can see here. So the biggest difference, I'm not going to talk about the tech or what's behind them. I'm just going to talk about the basic things that includes the token supply and other things. So the biggest difference between these two can be actually read here. This is from Masari, as you can see here. So the Aptos supply is uncapped, so that means it is inflationary. As you can see, it has a 7% yearly inflation, which is a lot. It is actually given if you stake the token, and it is actually subject to governance proposal. And whereas Sui, the supply is kept around 10 billion and it has an inflation of 3% per year. So I think it is. So just looking at the supply, the Aptos does have a uncapped supply, which means 7% inflation is a lot. So if you look at the current supply of the Aptos, I think the initial supply of the Aptos was 1 billion, and as of now we have around 150 million Aptos tokens or APT from the rewards, as you can see, and that is a pretty massive amount, I would say. And as for the Sui, the supply is kept over 10 billion, so there won't be more than 10 billion Sui tokens, so that's, I think, pretty good. So if we look at the market cap, this is where the things get really interesting. So if you look at the market cap of the Aptos market cap is doing pretty well. Of course, it has gone down, but if you look at the peak, the demand for the Aptos went really up. Back in April 2024, it had actually ended up hitting over 6.8 billion, which is a lot. And now in December 2024, it actually ended up hitting over 7 billion, which is a lot. But if you look at the price of the Aptos is struggling a lot, and even though it had a massive market cap of 7 billion, the price did not even breaking the recent high, which was around $17. So this has to do with the supply increase. Along with the inflation, Aptos has a lot of log supply, as you can see here, and that supply actually came out in the market and it had a massive sell pressure. So most likely from the investors, as well as the possibility that the core contributors also took profit. I'm not sure, but I think the investors definitely took some profit, and I think that has to do with this immense sell pressure here and here. So if we just look at the monthly unlocks as of now, so we will see around 2 million new APT coins to be released in June, which is going to be from the investors. Around 2 million will be for the investors, and around 4 million will be for core contributors, and some for the foundations, and some for the community, which is going to be a reward. So again, this is going to add additional sell pressure. So as of now, Aptos is getting monthly sell pressure, which is not good, I think. But again, I think this sell pressure will most likely continue till October 2026, and after that Aptos will most likely find its price somewhere below, I think $3 or even lower. But if you are holding APT token and if you are staking it regularly, I don't think that is going to impact that much, because you will be getting a pretty sweet reward of, I believe, around 7%, which is a lot. Again, if you look at the total staking APT, they are over 800 million, which is a lot. So I think some of the tokens that are given to the team or most likely investors are also staked here, so they are most likely selling the profit from the APY or from the staking that they are getting, and they are taking that they are most likely taking they are selling those tokens as a profit or something like that. That could be the case as well. So again, if you look at its supply and its market cap, the demand for the APT is there, but again the supply is actually what is actually holding back the APT token in general, I think. So if we look at the DeFi, so the DeFi of the APT is actually doing pretty good. Also, as you can see here, we are around 1 billion in market cap as of now, and whereas if you look at the Sui is not that much stable, and they also had a massive exploit on their biggest DEX, which was Cetus, as you can see here. And because of that, there were some questions about Sui's decentralization, because Sui's validators ended up freezing the account that the fund had, I think, something like that. Again, Sui has had a lot of controversies, but APT is struggling along with it when it comes to its price, but market cap shows that there is a demand for APT. So I think APT should recover if the market recovers, as long as market recovers. But if the market doesn't recover, we will see a slow price decline in the future as well. So looking at the token in general, I think again APT does have a pretty good pretty good demand in this zone. So if it does goes down, I think the base price is most likely to buy APT in between 3.9 to $3.1, and I think that is most likely a bounce back point for the coin as well. And I think the best price is again $3.1, and if it does ever retest here, I think the rebounds of the bounce back will be pretty strong, and the token may actually end up being 2x from there as well. But if it does go down from 3.1, there is no way to know where the token will be headed, because there is no support down there. So again, I think it is even if we see altcoin cycle again, I think it is going to be extremely hard for the APT to actually hit the recent high, which is going to be around $15, and I don't think that it will hit that level. But again, there's the possibility that APT could actually rise as high as $10. But again, it's a crypto, you never know what is going to happen, because if you look at the Sui, it actually ran like Solana, and so if Aptos ever finds that hype, it could actually do that same thing, and it could actually go above 10 billion market cap. Who knows, if it sees that hype, anything can happen. But again, I think it will actually end up around $10 if the market does go up, but after that I'm not sure. Anyway, this was it. I hope you liked the video. I will be back with more. Thanks for watching.